Hey guys. Hey everybody. How are you guys doing? Let me put the little chat box up. I'm excited to talk to you guys. I think we're gonna have a really good call. We had a really good call in the mastermind yesterday too. I really love helping people with their 90-day plan. So I'm excited to see how you guys are doing. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me give everybody a minute to get on. If you guys don't know me, my name is Faith Mariah. You guys put in the chat. Are you guys new? Are you guys around? Are you guys, there might be mastermind members in here. There might be brand new people in here. We get a little bit of everything over here. So if you're new to me, my name is Faith Mariah. I run the Becoming Boss Mastermind. I've done over $800,000 in sales online. I used to be a social worker for like a decade. And eventually I scaled my mental health blog. That was my first business I had. And I did that before I ever became a business coach. I scaled that to full-time income and matched my salary I was making at UF and left my job with that blog. I scaled that email list to, I think, 40,000 people all organically. And then over time, people were asking me for help with their blogs and help with their coaching business and help with their business. And this grew this whole other business on the side. And now this is mainly what I do. So I'm really excited to help you guys with your businesses. I can coach you on anything that's keeping you stuck. I am not a therapist. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. So if you're asking me questions in those realms, I'm probably going to give you, a good disclaimer. I'm happy to give you my opinion about things, but I can't professionally advise you on any of that stuff. What I can help you with is product ideas, launch planning, niche, branding, sales strategy, mindset stuff. We do a lot in the mastermind around imposter syndrome, productivity. If you're having trouble following your plan and you want to make a plan to follow your plan, we can coach on that. And I always tell the mastermind, I'm happy to coach you on anything that is keeping you stuck. My goal obviously is for people to make progress with their business. So even if something isn't directly related to your business, but you need some help, like maybe rearranging your plan for your business or whatever, I'm happy to help you with all of that stuff. So if you guys want coaching, there is a button on the bottom. It says react, and there should be like a raise hand button. If I'm saying that wrong, somebody correct me in the chat because I don't have it the same way you guys have it on mine, but it should be react and then you raise your hand. And what I always tell the mastermind is like, if people aren't raising their hand, then I'm going to end the call. So you guys got to make sure you think of something to get coached on, or there's not going to be enough people to have a call, but I'm happy to help you. What else? Oh, we're going to record this, so don't talk about anything you don't want recorded. I'm going to email this out to my list. I might stick it on my YouTube channel because people are going to ask for the replay. There's a lot of people that wanted to come live that can't come live, and I told them I would send them the replay. So just be aware, like it's being recorded. Don't say anything, that you don't want on the internet, okay? But we can always speak around things if we need to and keep things private so everybody's comfortable. This is a little taste of what it's like in my mastermind. People were asking me kind of, what is it like? What is the deal with it? And the reason I created it is to support people with their 90-day plan. So I'm sure you guys could tell I plan like a boss. I'm very passionate about 90-day planning. It's how I've built my business. It really, really helps my clients. I can tell when people come on the call and they're like really out of sorts that they haven't been doing their check-in every week and looking at their 90-day plan. It really helps people stay focused and grounded. However, because we're human beings and we have human brains, right? We all know it's one thing to say, I'm going to follow my 90-day plan, but it's hard to do that week after week, right? And so we created the mastermind to be a support system to help people stay connected to their plan and execute their plan for 90 days, reevaluate, look at their data, make a new plan. We have lots of resources in there to help. So this is one of the things you get when you join are these coaching Zoom calls. So I just wanted to give you guys a taste of that. The other day I did the Q&A on YouTube. You also get access to like a Ask Faith forum. You can ask me questions and I answer. So you guys get access to that and you get access to guest workshops and experts. We do a sprint every month. We're doing a 7-day sprint every month. People are really liking that. So the end of this month, we're going to be doing a welcome sequence sprint where I'll give them a bunch of resources to either make over their welcome sequence or make a new welcome sequence. And then at the end of the sprint, we'll do some kind of little fun giveaway. So that's that. Nobody has their hand up. I'm just gonna keep talking. Yeah, Megan's one of the guest coaches. She teaches on YouTube and TikTok and more video content and content creation stuff. Yeah, we're really lucky to have Megan. Megan built, what is your following on TikTok? Megan built a huge following on TikTok and has done very well on social media. So I hired her to come teach in the mastermind. I try to hire coaches. I know a lot about a lot of things because I'm around marketing and business all the time. I'm like a marketing super nerd, but there's things that I haven't done, right? So I haven't built an audience on TikTok. I haven't built a big YouTube channel. And so I try to find people that we can bring in and hire to fill in those gaps, and teach, right? Teach on things that maybe I'm not an expert in. So yeah, yeah. You guys get brave. I'll coach. How do I say it? Vishali. Oh, Holly's got her hand up. Marianne's okay. Y'all are getting brave. You guys keep your hands up, and I'll get to you. And let's say, Vishali, you want to go first?
Yes, I can go first. Hi.
Hi. How are you? What
Uh,
can I do for you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell me what's going on.
So I saw your workshop. I don't know the official name. The one I saw a replay, whatever it was
Hmm.
I got in the email. Uh, sorry, I am on a lot of different lists. So I really
So good.
liked your 90-day plan and the way you approach it. And I was looking to see if you could give me some ideas on the content to create. I'm not
Yeah.
really good at content creation. So I'm planning
Yeah.
to make YouTube videos and
Okay.
then chop them up using Opus Clip and post them on IG and YouTube Shorts, kind of
Okay.
secondary. But I want
Okay.
YouTube to be the main thing.
Yeah. Okay. I
So
really like YouTube for you guys right now. I think it's a great platform. Yeah, let's
yeah,
make a
I think it
content plan.
brings
When I you
proximity. Go ahead. Sorry.
tell me your niche. What are you selling? Tell me what you're selling and who you're
Yeah,
selling to.
I'm actually a psychic, so I can time travel in the future. I know you
Oh,
made
that's
jokes
right.
about
I
it.
saw your post earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
I was like, this person has a good story because she posted, she's like, I'm an engineer turned psychic. And I was like,
yes, that's true.
she's been on a journey.
Yeah,
Okay,
I used to design computer chips. So
nice. Okay, so are you selling readings? Are you selling workshops or like what is the product that you're selling?
the one I'm selling for the next 90 days is it's going to be a yearly membership.
Okay.
And it's I don't know if I'm going to have two levels or one level. So if it's two levels, it's going to be $100 a year and $200 a year. And then
Okay.
if it's only one level, then it would just be the $200 a year. And what they would get for it is every week I give them a prediction or forecast as to how the week
Okay.
would go. And
Okay.
I started doing that when I first started doing this work because people won't believe that I could do what I said I could do. So this was like my way of
Hmm.
convincing them. So it was free in the beginning, and then a few years back, maybe last year, I turned it into a paid thing. So it's like a paid newsletter. And then
Okay.
once a month, I do like, so this is the part I haven't done yet, which I need to implement, which is
Yeah.
once a month, I give them like what the energy of the upcoming month is going to be and
Okay.
how they can leverage it uh, to kind of move forward, because every month or every part of the month is not going to be the same. There's going to be certain chunks or sections of the month where
Hmm.
things will flow a lot more easily and you can get things done a lot faster if you just
Tell
use that.
me,
Go ahead.
tell me like the main person you're marketing to and like the top two or three like kind of problems you think you solve.
So the main person would be somebody who has like a 9 to 5 job. And the top two, three problems, most of them have problems in their relationships. Either they don't have one or they are in a bad one or
Okay.
they've just
Yeah.
broken up. And then
Okay.
the second one is lately a lot of people come for career related advice, which is either they lost their job or they want to change their career. Those are
Yeah.
the two main niches.
Okay. And so those are like the main things you're going to be selling when you're talking about selling this different product lineup. Do you have an audience? Like how many people do you have right now?
So I have about 1,600 on my email list,
Mm, mm-hmm.
and
Where
that's
did they
about
come
it.
from? That's good though. Where did you get the 1,600 people from?
Yeah, so they've come from different sources. I ran 2 summits this year, so
Oh, wow. Congratulations. That's so cool.
thank
Good
you.
for
But they
you.
weren't, they didn't do as well as I wanted them to do.
Yeah, it takes a
Um,
bit to hammer out. So
so I
1,600
got, no,
people.
but I didn't get all those from the summit. I would say I got 300 from one summit, 300 from the other summit. Then
Hmm.
I have some, where else did I get from? I did some other launch and I ran Facebook ads. So I got some maybe like 100 to 300 people from that. And then I have some which come in organically through Google. And then I had 1,600 plus 900. I deleted the 900, they were inactive. So
Yeah.
I have, I mean, essentially they're coming from all over. Not so much from social, though my social is very weak.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna walk everybody through like what I'm thinking, like what is kind of going through my brain, okay? And you guys can apply like the parts that we talk about to your own business. So kind of how I run the calls is I'm going to coach like one person at a time, but the rest of you need to be thinking about how can I apply this to me? And then any takeaways you have, just put in the chat. I think it's a really nice way to honor the person that's getting coached. It is not easy to come in here and talk in front of a bunch of people for a lot of people. So I think it's really nice when you guys can be supportive in the chat by just saying what you learned from that person. It's just a really nice way to honor them. So the first thing that's going in my mind is the membership. But you said you have 1,600 people. Just for everybody else on the call, I don't usually love people launching memberships if they're starting with a very, very small audience because I've seen a lot of people get burnt out. So usually my recommendation is do some kind of workshop or course, build your list up. Once you have a chunk of people, then we can launch that membership. But it sounds like you have a chunk of people. Are they those 1,600 people engaged? Like they
So
know who you are
yeah, my open rate is around 30%.
and you've been emailing them?
I send lots of emails.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Okay, good. Have you sold anything to them before?
Oh yeah. So from one of the summits, like the second summit, I ran a 5-day challenge,
Yeah,
and
I love that.
from 5-day challenge, I had about 55 people sign up, but that was like my overall list, and
Mm-hmm.
I did it for free. I made an offer for $600. It's like a course in money manifestation. So the challenge was slightly different. The
Okay.
uh, yeah,
But
so
people
that
bought it.
Yeah, 2 people bought it. I taught it
Okay.
live, and then I ran a challenge the second time. This time I did Facebook ads, but it didn't go that well. I had 300 people who signed up, but I guess my open rate and all was pretty poor. So I have to fix all those things. Someone suggested I add like the text messaging because otherwise they don't open their email, sort of a thing. I just made
Yeah,
one
you can.
sale on that
You
one.
can. Okay.
So I made
Let's
one
do
sale for
let's
the course.
let's do your content plan, and you guys can follow along too, because probably some of you guys also need to hammer out content plans, right? So I was asking all these questions because I want to get a sense of like your business and who we're trying to attract into it, right? So if I don't know what's going on in the business or who you're selling to, it's really hard for me to make a content plan because I can't attract the right people. So all of you guys should be thinking about what am I selling, the problems I solve for that person, and then the goal of the content plan is to attract those people to follow your account, right? So when you think about YouTube, what kind of stuff do you think the person that's going to pay for this membership and buy all your offers and just be obsessed with you and love all your stuff? What is that person wanting to watch on YouTube?
A lot of them would like to watch the psychic stuff. I don't really want to do readings and stuff on YouTube, but more like basics of intuition and stuff. I could do
Like
those.
how to kind of stuff? Okay. So that could be like one of our like kind of category buckets, or we could come up, we can do it two different ways. We can either do tutorials as like one category, or we can make a few different categories of tutorials if you just want your channel to be how-to content. What do you think?
I could also do like a case study type videos. So I could take some people live and I could show
Oh,
them.
that would be fun.
You know
Okay.
how, Alex Hormozgi?
Yeah.
You probably know him. So he does that. I don't know exactly which video, but I saw a few of his videos. He did that really well, actually. Like he took, I'll
Yeah,
give you an example. He took a restaurant which wasn't doing well, and then he kind of showed them where their weaknesses were. And then he said, okay, this is what you need to change. This is what you need to change. This is what you need to change,
that's
sort of a
so
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
That's such a good like, and for you guys that need content ideas too, it's like I love how your brain did that. And this is what I tell people to do a lot is like go look at people that are crushing. I mean, Alex is crushing on YouTube right now. Like he's just like blowing up everywhere, right? Find people that are crushing and maybe they're not in your niche, right? Like she found this business coach. You're not like a business coach, but you're like, oh, but I could do a video like that, right? And so you guys can look to other people's content almost like a template of like, how could I put my content into that kind of format? You guys want to start thinking about how can I consume content like a leader, right? So instead of just consuming, you're like thinking, how could I make something like this work for my brand? Which I love that you're asking yourself that question. So we got tutorials, we got case studies. How many videos are you going to put out in your 90-day plan? Are you doing like
So what
monthly
I
or
could do,
weekly or yeah,
yeah, I could do like 2 videos a week. Maybe after a few weeks, I could do 3 a week. But
okay.
let's put 2 for now, and then I could bump it up to 3.
Okay. So let's plan, you want to 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's do like the next 4 weeks. So we would need like 8 videos for the next month. What do you think is, I would do your first video just something easy. What would be something easy for you to do?
I have videos on YouTube. I'm not getting
Oh,
traction, so I don't
oh,
know what
okay.
to do.
Okay, I
I have
see. So
I have
is,
91 subscribers, but I don't know. My videos are not getting traction, so
let me ask you this. Do you think the problem is that you don't know the content buckets or is the problem that you're not getting traction on there that you're wanting to solve?
I think the problem is I'm not getting traction on my
Okay,
videos.
okay. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, I don't know what to post, but it sounds like you do know what to post, but it's just not picking up. I kind of want to look at your YouTube channel, but I won't
Yeah,
make you do that in
I'll
front of
give you my
everybody.
YouTube channel.
Will you? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's public. I mean,
I'll tell you guys like there's a couple
I can
things like
share my
with
screen and show you if you like the YouTube
yeah, you
channel.
want to? You guys want to do
Yeah,
that?
I
That'll
can
be
do that.
fun. Let me see.
I
Okay.
can do
Let
that.
me
Give
see
me
if I
one
can.
second.
I have to like give you permission or something to do that. Or if you give me the link, I can pull it up
I
if
just
you put it in the
posted it
chat.
on your chat.
Oh,
Uh,
perfect. I got it. Let me
yeah,
pull it
I
up
think
and
you
we'll
can
just,
open it up and share if you like.
this is so fun. Thanks for letting me look at it. Hold on, I've lost my Zoom window. Okay, let me bring you guys back here. I'm gonna pull up, ooh, Science and Woo, new videos every week. Let's see. You guys can put ideas too in the chat. So you guys see the screen, the YouTube channel.
So yeah, if you
So
click on videos, it will show you all of my videos that I have
yeah,
posted.
so we have your banner that says what you do. It does look like, what is this spike right here in views?
I did a live the other day. That was my first live. I don't know what happened, but I'm not getting much from
Okay.
YouTube, so it can't be real.
Yeah, no, you're good. But look at this spike. So
Yeah,
I have
it's
a
pretty good.
like this is called this for everybody watching. This is called TubeBuddy, and it's just an extension that goes on Chrome, and it'll show like your channel analytics, right? So we can say in the last 30 days you got 77 views, total lifetime 11,000 views, 198 videos, and then we can see like what this channel has been doing. So let's look at subscribers. So you got 10 subscribers here. But this is just
Hey,
like
real
helpful for you
quick,
guys.
sorry to interrupt, but the blue is actually you. The red is Vishali, I believe. See where it says you and then it's blue and then on to
Oh,
your
I see,
right.
I see. Yeah, I got you. That's my videos. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is good. Let me look at, oh, your thumbnails look pretty good. So the titles really, and Megan, you can put any tips you have too in the chat. The titles really matter. You want to think about what would someone be searching in the search bar for these types of videos. So if you
So
think
there
of,
is a small disclaimer. When I
yeah.
was doing these videos, they were mainly related to relationships.
Okay. So
And
we're
then
making like a pivot.
yeah, so now I'm doing more related to like manifestation and career, like money sort of a thing. So it's still the
Yeah.
psychic stuff, but like it's a different leg of it.
And then this is like your popular videos. This is always a
Those,
good
no, those
place
are
to
like
look.
really old, like more than 5 years old. If you go to the very top and click on videos, then I think we can see the new ones.
Yeah, I like looking at the ones that are like the top performing ones. It just gives me an
Okay.
idea of like what your people are watching. But let's look at your new videos and see. But the thing is, the main things that really matter are the thumbnails. So one of the things that I'll do, let's just look at like Alex's since we were talking about that. One of the things you guys can do this on other platforms too, is you can just find people that have videos that are doing well, like this has like, and then you would make like a version of this thumbnail, right? So it's like a face with the text. It looks like he's doing a lot of like faces with text. And then you would make like a version of this. So you could put like your face with the yellow background with the text.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would try some different thumbnails because just because you've tried it and it's not getting traction, right? So
Right.
I would, you have your face in the text, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not quite like popping, I feel like the way these ones are. Does that make sense? So it's
Yeah.
almost like
So more.
you've got like the right idea for sure, but I
Mm-hmm.
think we could make your text like pop up a little more and make it look a little cleaner, a little more professional.
Okay.
And this is good. It's not you. This has three. The other thing is uh your titles need to be keyworded. So three silent enemies that'll destroy your New Year goals. So you want to think about what would someone be searching if they went to YouTube and they were putting in something in the search bar. They're probably not going to type in destroy your New Year's goals, right? What do you think they would search for if they were looking for that kind of content?
Why am I stuck? Kind of related
Oh,
keywords.
that's a good one. The other thing you can do, let's try that. Why am I stuck? You can kind of look through here and see, are there videos like kind of about that topic and do they have views? It looks like there's a bunch of like, why am I stuck? And then
Mm-hmm.
I also have, again, this is like a extension. So it's like people also search long tail keywords. Why am I stuck in traffic? Why am I stuck in life? So the long tail keywords are usually good for you guys because there'll be less competition in them. Do you find that still, Megan, on YouTube? So instead of why am I stuck, you could do like why am I stuck in life or something more specific. Usually those ones will have less competition because we're not going to compete against Mel Robbins, right? Or like these people
Yeah.
that have a bajillion views. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
kind of a balancing act of like we want to find stuff people are searching for, but that hasn't been like completely oversaturated, right? So here's another one, like why am I stuck in life when I know my pattern? That could be a really good video for you to make, I feel like. Feeling stuck, watch this. Yeah. So you just kind of want to like make a list. I would go through here, look for the long tail keywords and make a list. But the biggest thing on YouTube is keywording the videos so they show up in search. So when you're titling videos, you want to title them
Mm-hmm.
things people would actually search for. And then the thumbnails really matter. And even like the some of my friends that have big YouTube channels, they will make the amount of research they do on thumbnails is like crazy because the thumbnail can really make a difference too. And sometimes they'll go back and rename videos or change graphics out if they're not getting traction and see if it does anything. I would probably just start going forward, but what I would do is start naming them things people are searching for. I would look for those long-tailed keywords,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would the thing with the keywords that you guys have to be careful of is you have to make sure it's still going to attract people that will be buyers, right? Because we don't just want, I mean, having a big YouTube channel would be fun, right? But we really want to be able to take the people from the YouTube channel and get them on the email list. And that's my other thing with YouTube is I would make sure you're pitching like some kind of free thing to get people on your email list in every video if you're not doing that. Because the best case scenario is one of these blows up, right? And it gets like
Yeah.
100,000 views or something. but that's not going to make you any money if we don't get them on your email list, because most of your revenue on a business like this is going to be generated from your email list. So you want to make sure in every video you're telling them like, go get my free guide, go get my meditation, go get my whatever, and
Yeah.
give a little spiel about it and a link in the comment. And you guys that are doing YouTube, do that and like do it in every video. And that way we can monetize on it. So does that give you some ideas of things to try?
Yeah, it does.
And then you join the mastermind, right? So go to Megan's calls because Megan does YouTube coaching in there once a month. So you can go and
Okay.
like she'll tell you all the new tricks and the things that she's seeing on the platform. And if you search, I know you just got in there, but you get access to, we call it like the replay vault. It has all of our past calls in it. If you search Megan's name or YouTube, it'll pull up all the calls we've done about YouTube. You can also watch those. That would be a good thing to do.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me look at your channel. That was really fun.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm excited to help you grow your channel. I think we can get some traction on there, and I think let's get some more people your way and we'll get that membership off the ground, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get Marianne. I think nobody else has their hand up, so if nobody else wants coaching, I'm like I always threaten everybody to end the call. You guys got to get brave and think of something you want coaching on, otherwise the call will end it early. Okay, Marianne, what can I help you with?
Hi, it has been a while. Life's
I'm
been
so glad to see
lifing.
you. It's so fun. Tell me how everything is. What's up?
Oh, I won't go into everything, but I'll spare you the details, but it's just life is lifing. I think you
Oh my
coined that phrase.
gosh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's okay. It's all
it's
good.
tough.
But so I loved the Plan Like a Boss, the AI tool.
Oh,
That is
good.
seriously like your most genius idea yet.
Thank you. That
Um,
I spent way too long making that, but I had to
oh,
learn how to, I had to teach myself how to make it. I didn't know how to
which
do
is
it.
incredible. Like, yeah, that was amazing. Do we, just real quick, do we have access to that? Like, it's in my bookmark and everything. We have access to that forever? Does it like, are you,
It's
for
gonna
at
live
least
in
for
the
now?
it's gonna live in the mastermind. I haven't gotten
Gotcha.
around to pulling it. The replay is still up too, you guys. I haven't gotten around to pulling that stuff down. Just to be honest, like my life has also been lifing this week, so behind the scenes, so I'm a little behind on the end. So you guys will I'll probably leave it up through the end of the weekend. So just make
Okay,
sure you get the stuff and like download everything that you want out of it.
cool. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And
We'll
then,
probably we'll probably
oh,
do
go ahead.
another one we'll probably do another plan like a boss. Like if we don't do it next quarter, we'll definitely do it in January. And my plan is to like clean that tool up and like do version 2.0 next time. So
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that sounds
yeah.
great. Okay, super. So, the so my plan, I'm a spending coach. I teach people how to become unshoppable. My lead magnet is my quiz, and my offer is one-on-one coaching.
Okay.
The limitations I have are health issues, young kids, and like so anything I do, I want to batch, repurpose, and like evergreen. So
Yeah.
I love the idea of TikTok, but I'm not going to be on it every day. And I think I just have to accept that, like, that doesn't have to be my strategy. And I can just, like, the mentality part of just, I can make anything work. I just need to choose it. And so I've kind of coached myself through that. So I'm going to do YouTube. Oh, go ahead.
I want to just highlight what you said for everybody because I think it's really important, right? Because if a strategy is not going to work for you guys, or you just know you're not going to do it, like take it off the table, right? I just coached someone on this in the mastermind last night, but it's like, yeah, like I like what you said, like where you're like, I'm not going to do TikTok. I have to make like what works for me work. Right. And so I just want to say that for everybody on the call, if you have something in the back of your mind, like I should be doing TikTok, I should be doing this, you really want to make a decision about that. Like, should you be doing TikTok? And if you are, how many videos are you going to make? And if you're not going to make a plan, then let's just cut it out because what happens is it leaks your energy. So I just wanted to say that because I thought that was really good. Okay, so we're not doing TikTok. What are we doing for
Yes.
leads?
Yeah, it's been a huge energy leak forever. So I finally was like, nope, it's not leaking my energy anymore. So I'm going to do
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay.
I that's already been the plan. I've already put things in place. I stand out as a spending coach already, not a financial coach.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do something different by like reacting to finance channel audits and
Ooh, I
like
love
why the
that.
person is spending, because there's so much shame and like, oh, it's all numbers, like you're stupid, it's like, no, it's an emotional issue. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited about that, and so I can educate while entertaining, because
I
my
love that idea. I think it's amazing. I love
good.
that.
Okay, yeah, I'm really excited about it. And that gets me more excited than like sitting there trying to educate people. Like it's just going to be something fun and I can just show my personality and stuff. So,
Yeah, I
um
think it's amazing.
so with that, I'm willing to be a beginner, but I'm nervous about how it will affect my mental health. YouTube's a little better because people can kind of get to know you better, but like I was watching something the other day that said if you rely on others for confidence, you're in the wrong field, like the online space. And I won't know until I try it, and I'm willing to try it, but like I want to be proactive about protecting myself and my mental health, because I
Hmm.
don't want that to be the determining factor of like will I be successful or not.
Tell me, when you talk about your mental health and YouTube impacting your mental health, like what about it do you think could impact your mental health?
I think more the confidence I have about my business working. It's taken, 5 years to get my business to where it is with all the health challenges and stuff, and I'm okay with that timeline, but I haven't had a lot of feedback and proof that it's good. And so when I have gotten people paying client, I've had paying like workshop attendees. I haven't had a paying client yet, but when I do get
I
that,
was
it's
gonna
like,
I was gonna say, is that even true? Because I remember you were doing like challenges or something last year, weren't you?
so I started doing vaguely familiar. Yeah, I think you're right. And I did get people, but I think I was attracting like free buyers, and so it wasn't
Yeah.
like paid clients. So I've switched to offering paid workshops, and that's really given me practice. It's given me confidence, and I have like it's a low ticket offer that I can offer and bring people in for coaching. So it's more just that factor of like, oh, I need that first paying client. But I'm not really relying on that as much anymore because I've built up my beliefs over time. It's more just I don't want these comments on YouTube to tear down what little confidence I've gained. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So give me the worst case scenario. We put the video up and then what happens?
It's like you don't know what you're talking about. You're not qualified. You're not therapist. You're not all of that. And
Okay, so we're gonna let that stuff be there because this is for everybody on the call. It's like we can't, especially in business, you really want to focus on like what you can control. There's a lot of variables in business we can't control. One of the variables in business that we can't control is like shit other people says to us on the internet, right?
mhm,
So it's possible for all of you, right, that somebody says, you don't know what you're doing, this is stupid, you're the worst, you're a scammer, I don't know, whatever,
mhm.
right? So let's just say that happens, then what happens in your brain?
So the thought that I like, so immediately I'm going to take it personally, and I always see the other person's side, and so I always think like, oh, I
Mhm.
did something wrong, and I immediately become the martyr, and I saw something that said if someone comments negatively, like it's just boosting your algorithm, so like the more the merrier type thing, and I'm like, I kind of like that. Like
Yeah.
they're just funding your eventual prosperity. So I'm like, I kind of like that a lot. But maybe I need a bridge thought to just get me like something that I can tell myself.
Well, I think too, like, I think there's a level of trust we have to have that like you're gonna be able to handle it. And I think we all do this to some extent, right? Where it's like they're gonna say something to me, and we're not really scared of that, right? Because that's neutral. What we're really scared of is what we make it mean in our brain, right? But
Right.
we can control that. And so you're already have a lot of awareness around this. You're already like, well, this is gonna happen, and then I'm probably gonna think this, and I'm gonna feel this. What would be like an easy to grab thought? It sounds like you already know you're like, I'm gonna look and see what I'm doing wrong, but then I'm gonna know that I'm doing it, right? And then we're
I
gonna
think
switch thoughts. So
I
what do you
think
want to
my
focus
first
on?
thought would probably be like they may think that, but like they could be wrong, they
That's
don't
a
know
good
me.
one. Yeah.
That helped me actually this morning because I miscommunicated something, and it was like if she knew me, she would know that wasn't my intention. And so,
That's a really good thought, right? I think this is important for all of us to think about. People are gonna People don't know your intentions and they don't know you, right? And people are going to make lots of assumptions about you just when you're online, when you're in the world, right? In general, like this is just how we operate as people. One of the things like I like to think about is like, yeah, that person is wrong about me and like I'm wrong about stuff all the time, right? And so to me it's just kind of like, yeah, they're wrong. I'm wrong, they're wrong sometimes, I'm wrong sometimes, we're all wrong sometimes and I can just let them be wrong about me. I don't need to change them. I don't need to convince them because my first reaction is always like, let me tell them all the
yeah,
reasons. Like,
right.
right? I just Megan's really good about this. She responds to comments and stuff. I just like leave them. I'm just like, I can let somebody think that. Like they can think that. And really like when I think about it too, I'm like, I see how people could think that. I see like
Hmm.
how like they could have seen other people and they're assuming like I'm like somebody else, or maybe they had a bad experience. Like I could see how somebody, it's not like totally insane to me that they think that, right? But to me, I'm
Hmm.
like, I just let them think what they want. And then what I like to do is just like, what do I want to think? So, what
Mm.
do you want to think about your work and your business?
I want to think that it's powerful, and even if it you have the naysayers and people, even if the majority are negative, I would rather influence the positive and influence the people
That's
that
a
need it.
really good one. That's a really good one. I think that sometimes too, like where I'm like, sometimes I get like really competitive and like fired up about this stuff, you know? So sometimes I'll be like, I can take the hit. Like if I can take the heat, like I'll put myself on the line to be criticized, to have people to be misunderstood, to have people, be critical. I can take the heat if it means that I get to have the community, if I get to help people, if I get to have the job I want. So that's a really good one. I really resonate with that one a lot. The other
Okay.
thing I would say, Marianne, is I would work on this. I think there's a little bit of a story. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I pick up on a little bit of a story that's like my confidence is very fragile.
Yeah.
Tell me like tell me you want it if you feel
Sure.
comfortable, you tell me a little bit about that. Like when you're like, oh, it's so fragile, like they're gonna say something and it's gonna break.
Yeah,
What is
that's you're very perceptive because yeah, I definitely feel that. Um, I I have they diagnosed me with functional neurological disorder, and
oh
basically it's like your brain is freaking out that your body is reacting a certain way, and it will like send
mm,
signals like you're having a seizure, you're having a stroke, and like it will send those physical symptoms, but you're actually not. And so I my family is very much they have a lot of stigmas and ideas about mental health, and they just view it's like, oh, they have anxiety, and it's very much a label. And I, with everything going on, I had a breakdown, and they were out of the country, and it evolved into something that I feel like they view me as fragile. And then I kind of
yeah.
take on that view of like I'm gonna get thrown back into that place
Yeah. That makes a
because it's
lot of
happened a few
sense.
times. Yeah, and so and especially where physically I like just keep getting every new thing. It's like I don't want to be thrown in that space
Mhm.
with adding on social criticism.
Yeah, totally. That makes a lot of sense, right? What's going on in your brain. I think you could work on this belief that like, what if your confidence isn't fragile? Because to me, when I hear that story, and like I've also coached you before, so I know other challenges you've been through with your life and your business. Like to me, when I look at this whole journey, I don't see a fragile person
Hmm.
because you're still here. Like right?
Yeah.
Like just the fact that you're like showing up and life is lifing, right? And the things I've seen you go through and you still like show up for yourself and your family and your business. And that to me, like just doesn't look like a fragile person. And
Hmm.
so and we're all like fragile in certain ways, right?
Yeah.
But I think it might be an interesting place to take your brain of like what if being fragile, first of all, like what if being fragile isn't a problem? And second of all,
Hmm.
like like, is your confidence really like gonna be broken that easily? Like, my sense, and I could be wrong, but my sense is like if somebody said something sideways to you on the internet and was like out of pocket and real rude, like, yeah, it might make you feel bad, but my sense is like I don't think that you are as fragile as you think over that. What
Yeah,
do you
that's
think?
true. And honestly, it's like I would never, with how many the blood, sweat, and tears and years of this, I would never let someone's comment change what I'm doing. So,
That's a really good thought, I think, for you to anchor in is like, and this is good for everybody, right? It's like, even if somebody says something rude, even if it makes me feel bad, it's not gonna like destroy my dream and my business, right? It's like, I don't think we're not that fragile, right? It's like, you know what you want to do. You're very, to me, you're someone who's very determined,
mhm.
right? And so I think we've just got to remember, you got to remember those things about yourself. And if you can lock in some of that, I think it might help.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think just to follow up with, so with YouTube being my platform,
Yep.
optimizing it for my lead magnet, I want people to know about my quiz, and then I want to offer my one-on-one coaching. I'm gonna
Yep.
talk about those two offers every video, but should I also do like shorts?
I'm
Is
gonna
that
tell you guys, this is like my opinion. Megan, if you're on here, you can put your opinion too. I was talking about this on the call last night in the mastermind. I have not seen people have a ton of success repurposing long form videos to short videos. And
mhm,
I think the reason why is I think if you watch like a YouTube video and then you watch the videos that get a lot of views on TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts, to me, the energy is different. Like,
yeah, for
the
sure.
energy in the shorts is like it's so high and they're cut so fast a lot of times, or even if they're not cut, it's like people are you speak with like so much energy because you only have like a minute to say what you're gonna say. And so I just haven't, and you could always test it and like, this stuff is all it's different. There's exceptions to every rules, it's different for everybody. But generally what I've seen, we tried to do this with mine for like a whole year where we were cutting shorts and it got some views, but it just wasn't anything. It didn't do anything for the business.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think like if it's something you guys want to mess around on with and you're interested, I think you could try it for 90 days. But my sense is probably like instead of taking the time to edit, because it takes time to edit and cut those clips, even with the AI
Mhm.
stuff, you still have to go through and like edit it and cut it. You'd probably be better off just picking up your phone and just saying something into your phone just for that than spending the
Right.
time editing it for shorts. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
I agree completely. Yeah. So then with leads, should I solely be relying on like YouTube to do the leads and stuff for me? Or the other thing I thought was since I'm not doing social media, I'm not focusing on that. I want to do like freebie swaps, and I can put
Yeah.
myself in front of audiences that are in the finance field. So it's very specific. So I think that's what I'll do so that I can just, that fits my life. I don't need to worry about social media and do all that algorithm stuff, and it fits with what I'm looking
Yeah, I like that a lot. And the reason why is because I see YouTube as like YouTube can be a long game. Like I do see them picking up more smaller creators and I do see people getting traction on there, which to me is very exciting. But I've also seen it take a long time for
for. Mhm.
channels to kind of get that traction. And so it can be, if you guys are going to do YouTube, I really would commit to doing it for like a year before you're really expecting to see results. And it might not take that long, but I just think you'll have a lot less brain drama if you're just like, you know what, I'm just
For
going to do
sure.
it for a year. Let's see what happens. And the worst thing that happens is like you get really good at being on camera, which is like a very valuable money making skill for all of you guys to have if you want to have an online business. Um, and then I like the bundles is like short or the swaps is like short term, right? So we're building
Mhm.
this like long term lead gen where hopefully your videos start ranking in search or people start sharing them or YouTube starts showing them to people. And then while we're waiting for that to kind of build up, you have this other way of bringing people into your
Yeah.
world.
And
So
then in
I
the
really like
meantime,
that.
I'm doing just my workshops for sales, and I'm getting better at sales. I feel like the plan really helped me realize like I need to focus on sales. That's my bottom line. And it really helped from my workshop I did that night was like this is my
Oh,
plan, this
good.
is my goal, and I need to, so that was really helpful. So, okay,
Oh, good. Okay.
thank you.
Awesome. Let me know how it goes, will you? It's really good to see you again,
Yeah,
and
you
just let me
too.
know how everything is. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for letting me coach you. I'm gonna give you guys like 5 minutes. I can like talk about something. If you guys are all too shy to come on camera, you can put something in the chat if you want to ask questions.
I think Terry posted a question in the chat.
Oh, okay, let me see if I can find it. Terry. Is it this? I was talking to a friend and we were trying to brainstorm ideas on book promotion for his upcoming book. Any ideas for getting the word out that you are familiar with? Yeah. Um, Terry, do you know the niche for the book? I saw Megan put a bunch of stuff on here. I do like the wait list idea. I think it could be fun to do depending on what the topic is for the book. It could be really fun to do like a virtual summit or a virtual retreat where you collab with other people. The idea around this summit strategy, just so you guys know, is you get a bunch of people together that are going to teach on a topic. And then it's like, I'm going to invite my list, you're going to invite your list, she's going to invite her list. And so we all bring our audiences together. And then some people will sign up for your freebie at your talk, and other people will sign up for your freebie at your talk. And we're kind of like sharing each other's audiences. And so it can be a nice way to like collab with people. That could be a fun collab. You guys can, we do bundles. If you go to faithmariaevents.com, you can apply to be in some of our bundles, which is a really similar strategy. But for a book launch, like you could do some kind of little bundle, like almost like a goodie bag, or depending on the niche, like something related to the topic, or you could do a little retreat with like 3 or 4 people that are speaking that invite their audiences, or you could do a big summit with like 30 people. I think that could be really fun. I think like, it's the same kind of idea, right? Because we need to think about who's going to buy this book, right? At the end of the funnel, we're selling the book. Who's going to buy it and like how can we go find them, right? I've also seen people do well promoting books on TikTok, like so that would be something to consider. I've seen people do different series where they're telling their stories about, maybe how they learned the information that's in the book, or how they started writing the book, or their journey writing the book, or their personal experiences. And I've seen stuff like that do well on TikTok. So that is an option. We just want to think about like how can we get the people that are going to get the book, where are they on the internet and how can we get in front of them? Just the same way as if it was a course that we're selling, or coaching that we're selling, or a book that we're selling, or Etsy that we're selling. It's like we have to go find people and get in front of them, and get them on their email list. I really like the idea of doing some kind of bonus. Megan probably put this in the chat, but I really like the idea of doing a waitlist bonus. So getting people to get on the wait list, or and get a bonus, or have them pre-order the book and send them your receipt, and then they get like a workshop, or they get a live call with you, or they get something like that. So that's another thing, but that works better if you already have an audience. So that's why I think maybe the summit thing could be something to try out. Can you talk about ads and when to do it? Oh yeah, this is a great question. If you hate doing Instagram Reels, will this solve that problem? I don't want to spend the money until I have something solid, but I wanted to know your thoughts on it and how to do it when it's time. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, we're running ads. Haley, I'm gonna get you in 1 second. I see you. I just started running ads in the last 10 months. So we scaled to over 200,000 in sales without ads, like all organic traffic. But now I'm really looking at wanting to get bigger and grow faster, right? And so we're looking at running ads. What I like for you guys for ads, Haley actually did this, but what I like for you guys with ads, and this is hard, but this is my preference, is I want you guys to recover the cost of ads on the front end. What I mean by that is somebody's going to come from the ad, they're going to get on your little email list. You're going to send them a series of emails with some kind of offer, even if it's a $3, I've seen people recovering ad spend with like a $3 offer or a $5 offer, a $9 offer, just a really good, easy, yes, low ticket offer in that initial welcome funnel. And my goal is that sale that you're making on that funnel will pay for the ad spend. And then once they're on your email list, they go into that revenue loop, right? Where you're nurturing, selling. And anything they buy after that is gravy money because we already paid for the ad, right? What I see people do with ads where I think it gets a little bit like gambling to me is people will pay for ads and they get people on there, but they don't really have a system for selling that works consistently on the back end, and they're not recouping this money on the front end. And so it feels like gambling to me because they're like, there's a chance I can recover this money, like once they get in my revenue loop, like maybe they'll buy my launch or maybe they'll buy at this, but they haven't really tested it. So I think you need either a launching process where you're like, we close 20% of the people that go through this launch consistently, right? And that would be a good time to run ads. So like, yeah, let's run ads through the launch. Um, or you have a funnel where you can recoup the cost of that. And so you guys can test those funnels during the bundles, right? Like I was saying at our events or other people's events that are doing bundles and summits. That's a really good place to test your funnel and see, like, can I get people to buy something in this funnel? What are they going to buy? How can I make my graphics better? And I'll just tell you, as I've been spending probably around 1,000 a month on ads this year, give or take, it takes a lot of messing with to get that front end funnel to convert. Like I've rewritten those emails, I don't even know, dozens and dozens of times. The graphics really matter, like stuff like it's very, very like a lot of testing and very, very small details. I think people should run ads once you have a system like that where you're like 20% of the people that go through this funnel buy, or 20% that go in this launch, or whatever the percentage is, buy. And then you could just do the math and see if it's gonna, you know how much it costs to get a person from ads. Facebook will tell you, right? So you just do that math and make sure it breaks even. Um, or what was I going to say? Oh, or if you have more, if you every once in a while, I will have somebody that has more money than they have time. So most people that come to me, y'all are like me, we're building these businesses on a budget, right? We're out here on a budget. And so what you have to do is invest your time because we don't have a lot of money to invest up front, right? Businesses cost time and money. You have to invest time and money to have them. If you don't have time to invest and you don't have money to invest, you should not start a business. Like that's just my feelings about it. But if you have time and money, right? Most people are like, I don't have very much money, but I have time. Let me invest time and learn. Sometimes I'll have people come in, they're like, I work a really stressful, fancy job and I make money, but I don't have very much time. Those are the people that I will put on ads because I don't want to take the little time that they have and have them making Instagram videos. When they have money, we can just buy people for them. We can just put people on their list, right? And I'm not going to spend like, a bajillion dollars. You can also start with like $5 a day ad spend. I really love Zach Spuckler for ads. If you guys are interested in ads, I just can't say enough good things about Zach. I think he and his team are the best in the business and very affordable for what they offer. I think it's a great deal. So if you guys are interested in ads, that's where I recommend you go. Okay, let me get Haley. I love
Hello.
your background, the little quilter
Thanks.
background.
Yeah. I'm finally doing a little bit of working. Um, okay, so I took last month off. I did absolutely nothing.
Good,
To spend time with the baby, and
good.
it was my lowest, obviously, my lowest revenue month in like a year and a half. Um, so now I need to make more money next month.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think about what kind of like promotion or something different I could do to generate that revenue. Right now, I do a weekend flash sale every other week. So I have two flash sales planned for August.
Mhm.
Um,
Give me the price range on your offers again. I can't remember.
yeah, like 12, it would like around $12.
Okay.
So these are the things I was thinking maybe.
Yeah.
would be just to add 2 more flash sales. So just do a flash sale every week and just have it be like a summer sale promotion thing. And that would just kind of be repeating stuff I've done before.
Let
So I
me
can maybe
ask
go
you,
back.
like,
Yeah.
in the past, do you find when you, and just by your sense, like if you put more sales in that month, you think you make more money?
I tried this last August and I did make more money.
Okay.
So that was, yes.
Okay.
And then the other option would be to maybe come up with like some new bundles that maybe some I've done before and maybe some new ones that would maybe generate more interest.
Have you ever done like a all access pass?
No, I've never tried that.
What do you think about doing something like that?
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I know I don't need as many conversions if it's something that's like higher ticket, but I just don't know how much usually I did one that was like a bundle of a lot of my stuff. It wasn't everything. And I think we talked about this like a year and a half ago or whatever. Like it
I don't
basically was
remember.
like the same revenue that like a regular flash sale does,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't ever worked on it again to try to optimize it better.
Yeah.
So
It would be, I'm just trying to think of like, I would love to come up with something that is a little more exciting. I definitely think you can put, that's
yeah.
one of the, just for everybody listening, one of the first things when people come to me and they're like, I want to make more money, I'm like, well, we can either sell more often or we can sell to more people or we can do both. And I know
Mhm.
you already have leads coming in, right? So we have
Yeah.
new people coming in all the time. So I like that your brain went there, like, well, I could sell more often. That would make more money, right? But then the other thing is like, what could we put together that's like kind of exciting? What platform are you on with your shop? Are you on, can you do
I'm
like
on
gift cards and stuff?
WooCommerce.
Can you do like gift cards and
Yeah,
stuff on there?
I
One of the
could.
thing, one of the things that we did that was kind of interesting is we did like I can't remember exactly what it was now, but I think it was like if you buy $50, you get a $50 gift card. And it just made
Mhm.
it like such a easy yes for people. It was a pain for Kelsey because she has to manually give everybody the gift cards. But I just put in the email like, look, like the team is going to get you your gift card by the end of the week or whatever. And she
Mhm.
just spent I think she took her like an hour to like sit down and like go through and give everybody their gift card. So we had to manually do that. So that was a little more work, I guess, than what we would usually do for a flash sale. But you could try something like that. That's like if you spend a certain amount, like you get a certain amount
Mhm.
as a gift card. What do you think about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I'd have to look and figure out if there's a way to I wouldn't be able to like manually do it, so I'd have to find something maybe in one of my coupon services that like has something like that, but I'd have to see because
What do
I
you
it's
think
just too many orders.
yeah, what do you think they would be excited to get from you?
No, I don't
The
know.
other the other thing you could do is like, because your flash sales are usually discounts, right?
Hmm.
The other thing we could do is like we could put together some kind of really dope bonus package and it's like a summer blowout sale and it's
Mm.
like anybody that spends $50 gets these bonuses, anybody that spends $100 gets these bonuses and some kind of like summer blowout bonus
Yeah, I like
package.
that idea. I did a flash
Okay.
sale last weekend and it was like my most popular product and I put a like a free bonus in there and that did really well. That's always like my most popular
Yeah,
flash
maybe
sale.
try. I would still do the other sales, so I wouldn't like
Hmm.
count on that like bringing all the cash in. Like if
Yeah.
you guys find something that's working in the business, I'm like, you don't turn the money faucet off. It's like keep it going and we can
Hmm.
test other things while that runs, right? So what I would do is I would look at your if you have your data, I would look at your data and I would pull like your best couple flash sales you've run. I would rerun those and then I would put some kind of sale together with like some kind of summer bonus summer blowout sale thing where they
Hmm.
get a bunch of bonuses if they buy something. Um, and maybe make that like one of the sales you do during the month. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I have enough stuff floating around. I could put some good stuff together, I think. So yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I've seen people do, and I know you're busy with the kids and stuff, but just for everybody listening, the other thing I've seen work too is like we did I can't remember even what it was, but we did a thing where it was like if you buy something this week, you get to come to, I think I was doing like the launch retreat or something, is like you get a ticket to like come for free. So you guys could also do like, I don't know, you could do some kind of like quilt along event if you wanted or something like that. And it's like this is gonna be such and such amount to buy a ticket, but if you buy a product this week, I'm going to give you guys tickets for free. That's like an option of something like that. If you have something like that laying around, you could give them access to maybe, but
Mhm.
I would try some kind of
Okay.
bonus package, I think.
Yeah, I think that's doable. That
Okay,
seems the easiest for me.
good, good. Well,
Yeah.
let me know. Why don't you let me know how that goes? I'm curious, like how
Yeah.
it goes for you. But I like the idea of coming up, just so everybody knows like what my brain is doing. I like the idea because you're at a $12 price point. I'm like, I like the idea of incentivizing them to spend more money, right? And
Hmm.
so that's why I'm like, can we give them a gift card? Can we do all access? Like all my brain is like, how do we increase like the amount of money people are spending. So you guys can also
Hmm.
look at how do we just get more people to buy? Like, but you're pretty good at doing that, I feel like, with your people. So that's why like my brain was like, how do we get them to spend more money? That's
Hmm.
another good way for you guys to bump revenue.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Let me,
Thank
yeah,
you.
let me know how it goes. Okay, you guys, this was a really fun call. I'm gonna leave the mastermind open. I don't know when we're gonna close it. I was planning on closing it tomorrow, but to be honest, I think I might just leave it open through the weekend. If you have any questions about it, you can email me and you can ask me or ask the team. If you feel like you have your 90-day plan and it would be helpful for you to have calls like this where you can come ask questions, or if you can't come live to the calls, there's the Ask Faith form. You can put your question in there and I'll answer it on the podcast. And the idea with the community is just to support you in following your 90-day plans so that you can get results. The biggest reason I see people not getting results in business is that they just either don't execute enough, they don't execute at a high enough level, or they don't execute long enough. And so the mastermind is designed, right, to help you build those skills over time with access to the experts and the trainings that we do, the educational stuff we do in there, and then to keep you going. So we have stuff like the sprints, right, the monthly sprints, the co-working to help you keep executing, right? It's one thing to execute after we make our plan and we're excited and we're having a good week, but let's be honest, like life is how life is, and what are the chances that 90 days are going to be the most positive fun time ever? There's probably going to be times in there where you don't want to work or you don't do your work. And I think having the support system can help you recover. We were talking yesterday on the mastermind call about making a quick recovery. So I was coaching someone and I was telling her it's not about just following your plan perfect for 90 days because that's not realistic for any of us. All of you guys are going to make a 90-day plan and we're going to post so many times, or we're going to sell this, we're going to do that. And then life will happen and it's not going to happen. What will happen is a lot of people will spiral over that, where it's like, I never follow through and I can't follow through and this always happens, or I'm just not even going to bother now. It's not even working anyway. This is probably a waste of time, all that stuff. And I was telling her, like, the goal is to stay out of that drama and just make a quick recovery. So you follow your 90-day plan. If something happens, it's okay. Like, where do you need to take your brain to make a quick recovery and get back in the game and back to your plan? And so the goal isn't follow your plan perfect. The goal is, can I make a quick recovery when I don't follow it perfect, which is what is going to happen for all of us. And so the mastermind's really designed to be a support system. Like I said in the workshop, like it's not realistic at all for people to use all of the resources in there. We have a lot of calls and a lot of stuff going on every week. And you really need to pick what's going to be the best use of your time in there. So some people come to the Tuesday calls all the time and they talk to me all the time. Some people just come like when they're really stuck, they're like, I need to go talk to Faith. Some people don't even come to the live calls, they just listen to the replays. And if they have questions, they put it in the Facebook group. Some people just love the co-working. I had somebody renew recently that was like, I just can't like live without the co-working. I get so much more done. And so what I would do is join in and then try a few of the different resources that we have in there, go to the different calls, and then make a plan about how you're going to use the resources in there, right? Are you going to go to 2 calls a month? Are you going to go to the Tuesday calls? Are you going to listen to the replays, right? I'm in a mastermind. I listen to replays in the morning when I walk my dog, and that's like my implementation. You need to have an implementation plan for the program, for any program you join, not just mine. Any program that you join, you need to have an implementation plan of like, this is how I'm going to use it to get the ROI, right? So that's a little bit about it. If you have questions, you can email info@faithmariah.com, and me or the team are happy to answer any questions. There's a bunch of resources on the sales page, and I had the sales page up here, but I might have closed it out. But you guys should have the sales page in your email, and we have interest-free payment plans, and I'm giving you guys the sale price right now. So we're running it's usually $9.97 for the year, a pretty insane price, I feel like, for what we offer. It's $5.97 for the year, and we have interest-free payment plans. So if you guys want to come hang out with us, I'd love to help you with your business. This is just what I love to do. I just love helping people with their businesses, brainstorming, getting unstuck, sticking with their plan. And I'll see some of you guys in there. If you're not going to join, I'd love to see you again. I try to do free events probably like once a quarter, but I also have been really loving doing the Q&As on YouTube. So if you're not going to join the mastermind, just watch your email, and I'll have like other free opportunities for you to get help. I'm always like, I want everybody in the community to win, right? So if you're not ready to join yet, like I still want to help you. I still want you to win. I still, want to do anything I can for you. All right, y'all. I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for hanging out. Big thanks to everybody that got coached. I really, really appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.